Scorpio, welcome to your mid-month reading for July. What's up? What's going on? Show me Scorpio, please. Like always, take it resonates, leave it does not. Do keep in mind these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all. Frustrating but normal. Check your other placements, you will find yourself in there somewhere. Show me Scorpio. What's going on, please? Okay. The Four of Cups, the High Priestess, the Page of Swords, the Hierophant, Knight of Cups, the Fool, beautiful, much better too, I must say. Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Wands, that's better, a lot better. You've made lots of progress, particularly at the emotional level, considering where you've come from. It's kind of like saying there's no news here. Emotional, Four of Cups, the High Priestess, Page of Swords. You know, it's that kind of feeling, that knowledge. Yeah, I know I've been down. What else is new? Right? It's that kind of sense of it is what it is. You're not happy about it. You're not happy about the fact that you're not happy. You're upset. Okay. That low level feeling, it never seems to lift. It never seems to get better. Intuitively, you know this. You're not stupid. You know, you measure against yourself often enough to be like, yeah, I've been down. Page of Swords. That's where I'm at right now. Or at least I should say that's where you were. Okay? What pulls you out of that, I don't know. But the fact that you're emotionally aware of it, that's good, right? Because when you know, then you're more likely or able to see it for what it is, deal with it, okay, just perhaps at your own time. Now we fast forward just a wee bit. The Hierophant, the Knight of Cups, the Fool. Now, doesn't that feel so much better? There is a kind of almost a surprise lightening of energies, lightening up. But it's coming from a very spiritual place with the Hierophant there. And not only is our mood lifted, we seem to be a little bit more adventurous, open. Well, I know what you're saying yes to, but it feels a heck of a lot better compared to where you came from. Perhaps the timing's right. Perhaps there's an influence here. We need to dig deeper, see where it is. But your heart space says, I'm open to this. It feels good with the Hierophant there. I can stand behind this. I want to, right? There's more of an emotional flow here. Your feelings have somewhere to go. And you're saying the Fool, why not? Let's do it. So what you're opening up towards, I don't know. But like I said, comparatively, this is where you've been. We already know how that goes. And this is where you're going. Beautiful. Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Page of Wands. There you go. You're showing me a sense of activity, direction, focus. I got this. I'm not saying you're perfect, but now you're showing me that 3D energy that's important to you. This is me. This is my sense of self. This is my security. This is what I can do. Watch me go. So you're a lot more active, okay? A strong sense of self here that is being built. I know. It's fun being me sometimes. Strong sense of security being built here, and that sense of this is what I can do. This is how I'm my own man. This is how I'm my own woman, okay? This is how I take action. This is my comfort zone, and I'm pretty good at it. Activity, keeping yourself open. I like that. So we've had quite the turnaround here. Let's get going. I may not clarify all of these, as some will speak for themselves as we go along. Let's start, though, with that Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups can be quite surprising to folks in how long it can be retained, you know? Four is a very powerful number in nature. Some of you have heard me say this before, okay? It's the first time we see a circle. Four makes a circle. Four of Cups can have very powerful holding on effects like the Four of Pentacles does, okay? So I don't know how long you've had this feeling of downness, but it was with you long enough that you were aware of it. You weren't in denial about it, but you were also in that place of it is what it is right now. Page of Swords. I just can't see improvement in this right now, okay? So I'm going to start right there. See where you're coming from. Let's see that Four of Cups. Show me that Four of Cups, please. Ooh, the Devil, the Four of Wands, the Empress, you know. Feeling very down about a particular relationship. Feels bad, and it feels like literally nothing was changing. Four of Wands, the Empress. I have someone in here that suggests it was important to you, right? Very important. But we were down about it for a long time. So that devil was quite the emotional pattern for some of you. I feel down in this relationship, and I don't know what to do about it. So that's a long-standing pattern. Whenever we see the devil there with that Four of Cups, that's a long-standing emotional pattern of tying ourselves to a relationship. But because it's important to us, the Emperor, Empress is here, we keep at it, but there's no change. We keep at it, we're still unhappy, we're still dissatisfied, but we don't know why. We just know that that person, that situation, that relationship's important. So we keep on keeping on with it, and that was outstanding for some time. Let's jump over to your High Priestess. Show me that. Show me that High Priestess, show me the High Priestess. Intuitively, I want to see what you made of this. Show me that. Do make note, I'm not necessarily saying that this figure or that yourself were bad or toxic. What I'm saying is how you experienced it over and over again became a patternized sense of emotional toxicity. So I don't know why we had this upstanding feeling in this particular relationship, but it required you to stay in it to be continuously dissatisfied with it, particularly the output. So I want to get a sense of feeling about your sense of feeling. Let's see that High Priestess, please. The Sun, the King of Cups, King of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, there it is. Intuitively, you felt this was the bee's knees. That's why you kept at it. There you are. And I have another figure here. Yeah, so at this point, when there's clearly two energies present, reverse them as you see fit. But there you are, loud and proud as that King of Cups. King of Pentacles, the Sun. Intuitively, you felt this was the end-all, be-all. I mean, your intuition was like screaming at you, stay in there, Scorpio, stay in there, stay in there. The sun's in this, I know it is, I can feel it. Happiness is right around the corner. You know, it's going to harmonize, it's going to be fantastic. We're all going to live forever, happily ever after in that sun mode, right? You're like, I can feel it. So your heart was all in on this. And yet your output was completely different compared to your intuitive feeling. Okay, here's the output. Continuously dissatisfied in this relationship, however it was built between those two people. Once more, Four of Wands doesn't necessarily have to be marriage. It could be. I do see the Hierophant there. But bare minimum, it's a relationship as constructed by two people. The time, energy, and effort that is defined by two. So how you were experiencing this, and part of it is that, again, outstanding emotional disappointment. On the inside, you're like, this is going to be awesome. I feel it. I was going to skip that Page of Swords. We're actually going to take a look at him because his knowledge base is too small. So there's what you were feeling intuitively, what you were experiencing. Why is the insight so small? Because those are completely two different outputs. What you were feeling versus the reality. I want to see that Page of Swords. Because I want to tell you to trust your intuition. I do. But we had lack of insight here that suggests perhaps our intuition isn't where it should have been. Right? Two completely different contrasting features there. Let's see that Page of Swords. Show me that Page of Swords, show me that Page of Swords, show me that Page of Swords. The Hanged Man, Death, Seven of Cups. Not enough insight here. Not enough insight. Okay. Yeah, not enough insight. Not enough insight to this situation. We weren't giving this a long view. It was short view. You had the short view of your intuition, which was quite strong. So I believe you when you tell me you honestly felt this was going to be happily ever after. You felt very strong characteristics with this person that you said are in line with you. Right? They're a king, you're a king, whatever. Kings, queens, sex relevant here. Okay. It was a clear case of lacking the long-term view. Okay. We were listening to our short-term feeling, and thus we have the results that in reality told us to hang in there, Sunshine's right around the corner. So the Page of Swords, little guy. The reason why the Page of Swords is associated with spying, let's just call it observation, is because he's not equipped to do anything else. He's not equipped to speak or act, so he does almost nothing. Okay. The other pages have more power compared to that Page of Swords. So there's this sense of Hanged Man, which is long-term perspective. Okay, much needed perspective. Death, we didn't have that. Seven of Cups. Emotionals. The emotional options, specifically, about what we were actually experiencing in this. We didn't have enough long-term view of what was actually going on from the other person's perspective, emotionally speaking. I think you kind of stuck with your intuition as opposed to what you were actually seeing. Guys, this is where we have a talk all the time with Scorpios. We can have such strong intuitive feeling about someone else based on this feeling of potential, what we see and sense in someone else. But if we really limit our view, we put those blinders up about long-term, what am I actually experiencing now versus what I can see projected outwards, we're always going to stick with this. Our sense of intuition has to be correct. We need that long-term view as well. What's actually happening in front of me, and then project that outwards by months or seasons or years. Is it still going to be the same? So this is where our intuition was really overriding our actual sight, our knowledge. Knowledge and intuition shall go hand in hand. Okay? You forsake one, you end up developing a weak spot or a blind spot in the other. So people who live totally in their intellectual selves, that's a particular mode of operation, but they're short-sighting themselves in terms of that intuitive feeling. And if we only live in our intuitive feeling, we're really doing ourselves a disservice about intellectually what the heck's actually going on, rationally speaking. Okay. And here we had a really strong, I want to say failure, but failure to perceive the long-term view. That's why I clearly have for you mixed but strong results. Okay. Hopefully we have a distinct lesson here. I'm not seeing enough development from whatever was in this with you to justify staying in there as long as you did. And the fact that you had a really strong feeling about it. Okay? You know, guys, we're such strong emotional investors, and when that intuition pulls us towards somebody, point at them, it's not that we're wrong, it's just not the right time. It's usually not the right time. If someone can't deliver the proof of your feeling, then again, your intuition is not wrong, but it's not measuring up to reality either. You have to incorporate reality, what you're seeing. Okay. Let's jump on down over here, the Hierophant, the Knight of Cups, so I can see where you're coming from. Okay. I don't know if we're still attached to this, so let's jump on down the line. Let's take a look at that Hierophant, please. Let's see that Hierophant. Show me that Hierophant. Basically, I see you being very unhappy, but telling yourself it's okay or it's going to be okay, and really wanting to believe it. The Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Three of Swords, and there you are, kind of taking a spiritual break, if you will. There's that knowledge base I was looking for about what you've learned. Okay. So you're showing me a lot of learning. A lot of learning. You took it to bed with the Four Swords, rested on it. You were very thorough with it. The Three of Swords, incorporating the pain and how it affected you spiritually and your lessons from it. So here we have that knowledge base I was looking for. So this is after the fact knowledge. And you are showing me a much stronger sense of spiritual resolve. A much stronger sense of self. This is what happened. You're detailing it. Good. You're running down a list of what went wrong, what happened, what you were thinking now, right? The kind of evidence that you do have now. And this actually helped push you. It helped push you in the right ways. I have no doubt you still have poor feelings about it, okay? The Devil with Four Cups, that's not going to be a feeling that you can just easily work your way through. That's going to take some extra work. But your thought process is here, and it made you spiritually stronger. Okay, it got you reacquainted with some old truths about yourself that you can stand by. Okay, about let's not forsake, rationally speaking, what's actually going on in our field of vision. The truth was always here. And that's something that you can stand by, is the truth, right? So I don't want you to feel turned off by your sense of intuition. These two need to work together, okay? And it's not just in love, guys, in anything in our life. Where we're met with, I really feel good about this, but the reality is not measuring up. What's going on? And it works in reverse too. Let's say you have everything you want, but you feel bad about it. Doesn't feel right. Again, something's off, either intuitively or intellectually. Okay? But yeah, here it is. There's that knowledge base. You look a lot stronger, spiritually as well as mentally. Good. All right, let's see that Knight of Cups. It looks like your flow is back open. Let's see that Knight of Cups. Show me that Knight of Cups. Show me that Knight of Cups. Eight of Wands, I had a feeling, Nine of Pentacles, and the World. Okay, yep, that's exactly what we're talking about. You're opening back up. The World being in the position of closing off, opening up, or repeating a cycle. I don't think we're repeating. No, no, no. You show me that Nine of Pentacles. Your heart space is flowing in a particular direction that says you're open again, and that you feel a lot better with the Nine of Pentacles, a lot stronger sense of personal security of self. Now that, once more, I'm going to have to emphasize this, now that you're back in your intellectual base, and what it is you can stand behind, things are navigating a lot easier for you personally. Okay, so you're really back in touch with yourself in the 3D level. You look very comfortable in terms of this is me. Okay, you seem to be prosperous as well as relaxed, which is lovely. So yeah, I see your heart flow is going out. You are communicating. It's kind of like you're saying, I'm Scorpio, I'm here, I'm back, and I feel better than ever. You look rested, relaxed, and you're back in touch with your feeling. It's going outward again. So I see you talking. I see you opening up. Who you're expressing yourself to, I don't know that it's pinpointed exactly to one person. It's just in the general sense, you look good. You look very comfortable. You know, you took what you learned to heart, as well as your spiritual self, to the soul, if you will. And you came out the other side looking, frankly, darling, refreshed, solid. No misgivings, no missteps about yourself or what you're doing and why you're doing it. So that's how you know you're in a poor connection, is that it makes you feel bad and it makes you question yourself, which is going to drive somebody crazy when their intuition is going off the charts in connection to someone else, but it's not measuring up in reality. That's going to make anybody lose their mind a little bit. Yeah, you know? It's like, let's never forsake that long-term view again, right? Be willing to see the evidence about what's going on. Someone here failed spectacularly to open up on the emotional level, and you didn't want to see that. You felt the potential of them, but you didn't want to see it. It was conveniently, I don't want to see that. Kind of like that. You know? But you didn't want to see it. The Hanged Man, Death, Seven of Cups. Someone wasn't opening up. They weren't emotionally available, but you're like, I don't want to see that. I have enough feeling for the both of us. How about that? I got you. I know that's stubbornness. Emotional stubbornness. We're fixed water. Right? That's what you're telling me. I have enough feeling for the both of us. This will be happy, eventually. It got you caught up in a pattern. This is a very shaky relationship, guys. And they're a person of importance to you. But do remember, persons of importance, if it's fair, it works both ways. They should have been equally important to you. You should have been important to them. If someone understands you're important to them, they open themselves up. They make themselves accessible at the emotional level. Okay? It's not enough to hope for it. It's like, I feel really strongly about it. You and a lot of people who get hurt feel really strongly about it. That's the intuition talking. Again, it's the potential you're attracted to. Okay? I have no doubt this person's a King of Pentacles or an Empress. But was that view returned? Honest. Be honest with me. Was it returned? Scorpio, I'm looking at no, but you didn't want to see that. I'm doing this because this is one of our biggest faults that we touch upon. time to time. Just to recap, for those of you who are not familiar with my work, as something I say all the time, all signs, all cards, just like nature, have pros and cons, black and white, rose and thorn, etc. Scorpio's outstanding one by far is to fall for potential because of our intuition. We're emotional investors. And once we get it in our heart that we love something or somebody, boom, we'll pull up to that curb and park that car, even if it's in the worst neighborhood. Okay? And there is no guarantee for your personal safety or, you know, your vehicle. It doesn't matter. We'll just, nope, this is fine. We're going to set out camp here until the value goes up. That's what we're like. Okay? For those of you who can't stand the sound of sipping, you can see him holding something. Okay? Okay. So that's why I'm emphasizing this, guys. Let's move it forward. I'm happy that you learned what you learned, and now you can back it up and mean it. Okay? Back in touch with yourself. I like that you're flowing outwards again, and you're opening up a cycle. That is fantastic. As to what, I don't know, but I like it. You look a lot lighter and a lot secure. Really back in touch with yourself and what you're about. Okay? And hey, the security don't hurt. All right? Let's see that fool. Show me that fool. Show me the fool. Show me the fool. Show me the fool. Show me that fool, please. Show me the fool. Let's do one more. Show me that fool, please. The Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Page of Swords. Okay. Interesting. Well, now you're showing me I'm not interested in learning anything else right now, because you're like, I'm good. Two different Page of Swords, completely two different. Here we didn't want to see, and over here you're like, I'm good. I don't need to change my view. And I don't blame you, because you have a powerful view. You're showing me really cool mixed modes of energy. I like a lot. You're like, I like my comfort zone, but I also want to know when to step outside my comfort zone. I completely respect that. That's beautiful. That's part of your particular Hierophant package that says I know my truth, and I will never deviate from my truth. Again, a crap situation, a relationship is what it is. If I feel bad about it, in reality, then it doesn't matter how I feel about it on the inside, right? So you're like, I'm sticking to my truth. I don't need to learn anything new. You're like, I'm just kind of enjoying where I'm at right now. I did a hell of a job on recovering. I trust myself now. I'm back in the game, baby. I'm opening new cycles. I'm good. I'm so good. So good. So I'm saying this really comprehensive learning for you and development. Spiritually, emotionally, and in the 3D, you look, again, incredibly secure, incredibly comfortable, very nurturing, very loving. You're like, I know myself. But I also trust myself to open back up. The Fool, plus you generating a new cycle of activity at the emotional level, as well as in your 3D levels, suggests you're good. And that you're not looking to change how you operate, nor should you. It's a really good method of operation I'm seeing for you here. This is fantastic. Do you see how the Page of Swords can be interpreted differently depending on context? It's kind of like saying, this is my sweet spot. I like it here. I don't need to learn anything different. This is an inconvenient truth, and I don't want to see it. See? So you went from, you need some work, right, to I've accomplished it. Thank you. Let's have an adventure. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's have an adventure. Why not? I like how you look. You feel good about you. Now, this is what I'm very curious about. Your flow point's back open. You talking. You're like, I'm ready for adventures. I know me. I trust myself now or again. Okay, my spirituality's in alignment. My 3D world's in alignment. Let's have fun. Yes, let's have fun. So let's see what you're getting up to. Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Page of... Well, you're busy, that's for certain. I'm curious about that Knight of Swords, though. Let's go ahead and do another check on you with that Nine of Pentacles. I'm not saying you're perfect, but I'm saying you feel a hell of a lot better compared to where you came from. At what point you let go of this particular relationship, I couldn't say. It looked like it was pretty easy. in the 3D, there wasn't much 3D anchoring it. I got to be honest with you. It was the emotional fallout that I think you struggled with the most. There wasn't much anchoring. You just kept saying this person's important to me and we're in some kind of relationship. I get it. I do. I do. But it didn't look very solid. That was a shaky relationship. Okay. And I believe you when you say they had a great deal of potential in your heart and in your mind. But they would have had to have perceived it back in order for me to take it seriously, and therefore you. Otherwise, again, it wouldn't have ended up like this. 9 of Pentacles. Let's see that 9 of Pentacles, please. Four of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, the Star. Now you're holding on to your vision, your dream, you're doing great. This is active conservation in terms of you're not willing to change anything about your 3D right now, and I don't blame you. You're saying your balance system, chef's kiss, it's on point. So whatever you're doing for coin, you are making your vision come true as we speak. You look good. I'm adding up these coins in my head. You look good. You look comfortable. You're like, I don't need to change anything. I'm on point with my star. Whatever your star is coming across as a monetary thing. Okay? So some of you are in your dream careers, dream jobs. I don't know. You already showed me that you were very comfortable. Okay? You're a Scorpio that's living your particular dream in terms of personal security, finance, retirement, the whole thing. It's all good. You're like, that's brilliant. It looks brilliant. You told me. You're ready for some adventures. You're opening up a new cycle, and it doesn't hurt that you're extremely comfortable and that you are dedicated with the Hierophant there to your sense of home, security, self-worth, nurturing. Yeah. So you can afford to open up, play a little bit, have some fun, but frankly, just feel good about you. Yep. You're living the dream, honey. In terms of Pentacle, you're killing it there. Let's see that Knight of Swords. This I'm actually very curious about. What is this? I see things like this for you all the time in terms of career success that you're highly committed to, and that's how you built up your pentacles at all, at the individual level. You look quite prosperous. I'm not saying a commitment as in marriage. I'm saying a commitment to thyself, thy home, self-worth, rules, regulations, everything that works for you, that keep your spirits alive and a sense of adventurous self open and going. It's beautiful, but I'm very curious. Let me see this Knight of Swords, please. You're open for a new cycle. The Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Cups, 9 of Cups. Something's coming towards you in time. You can't see it yet. It's not here. It will be. I have an introductory, I believe it's an introductory page. It's at the emotional level. A little bit of vulnerability can go a long way. Someone is bringing it forward. When the time is right, it will happen swiftly. But it's the Wheel of Fortune attached to that swiftness. So we haven't dialed it in yet. But when it shows up, it'll be fast. Okay? Sometimes, guys, all I can really do is confirm. And sometimes I get some predictive. That is 100% predictive. Okay? I don't think it's come through yet. But since we are doing a mid-month, it could be towards the end of the month. True enough. I'm going back to your Pentacle world that's already established. You've been secure. You've been doing your thing. You've been master of your coin and domain for a minute. That started and developed overnight. You seem to be quite centered with it. But I like how your heart's back open. You feel better. You're talking. You know who you are. You know what you're about. You know what your home base is. But this is outside. That's the outside coming towards you. I have half a mind to look at that Page of Wands, but again, I'm just seeing you react to openness and curiosity to someone else's proposed page. So I have no idea who they are in terms of characteristics. I just know that they're showing me 9 of Cups, that they're approaching you in that sense of, oh, I would like to, very much. Very much. So that means that they understand connecting with you would be quite a strong sense of wish fulfillment for themselves. So they're already approaching you in love. It's just coming in fast when it shows up. So that's good. There's going to be no confusion about this person offering their emotional self is my point. Whereas over here, we didn't want to see how the emotional self was not being offered by that person. Okay? So, better, in other words. But I can't see it quite yet. It hasn't made the entry. All right, let's get some advice, please, for Scorpio. Not that I think you need it. I think you've done a darn fine job. You know, I did stop to give you that little lecture because for us, it's kind of an important point. We run into it often. Right? Be aware that you are an emotional investor. Okay, 9 of Pentacles, 3 times for you. Very comfortable, some of you are. Very secure, competent. And what you might call house proud at this point. You know, your territory is your domain. I can relate. You know, 9 of Pentacles, what about it? 3 of Pentacles. The Lovers, 6 of Pentacles. In due course, I see you balancing with... For some of you, under the guise of a new beginning. Cool. Yeah, the approach that I see for you later is when you are back in the swing of things and you're completely you. You opened a new cycle. You know your comfort zone. Okay. Sometime after that, when it's business as usual, but you're living your dream, I see an influence that comes towards you, like a shot, like an arrow. 9 of Pentacles, there you are. And it comes in at first as a cooperative effect. 3 of Pentacles is 6 of Pentacles. It might even be practical in nature. Okay, practical alliance via work, connectivity, resources, projects, who knows. But it comes in as a practical alliance at first, and then boom, there's a bit more meaning to it than that. FYI. That ain't bad. You're out there killing that coin. You might as well pick up a lover's contract while you're at it. Ah! Poor Scorpio. Yes, I'm a bit cheeky right there in the split. And that's okay. I like cheeky. When in doubt, I blame my Aries rising in men. What's going on? What's going on? Right around here. Like I said, not too far out. You're not old woman in reverse. Good. Good. I was ready to say there's that sense of sadness and I have to put up with this and I just got to stay in there. No, you're not an old woman. It's not the demographics here, okay? It's not about the age. It's the essence of the thing. So the old woman's associated with perpetual sadness. Nothing will change. A perceived sense of helplessness. I have no one who cares about me. There's no one in my life, so I'm just going to sit on this bench and be sad. Okay, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Whatever that is, no. I'm not looking at a helpless Scorpio at all. You're high functioning. You're very successful. And, no, you got the energy, honey. You got the emotions. You know. But I can see where, for a minute, perhaps you had that sense of helplessness and I never feel good about this. But that's not the case. No. No. We're not an old woman. And witch in reverse. It's not about being cursed or having magic skills. Okay, garbage like that. People cling to these things like... I don't want to get into it because I know I can enter that territory of offending people. But guys, if you believe in curses, you're always going to be subject to them because you believe in them. I believe that if you want to believe that you're hexed and cursed, you will get the results that you are so believing in. Whereas for people who want to do the work and understand their will can be their way, so long as we focus on the self in the right ways, you will indeed get what you're worth. Just a thought. No, we're not cursed to be some sad old woman. No. Groom, husband, marriage. Yeah, it's not in there yet. It's on the side. There's that partner that has a lot of real potential. It's on its way, okay? The one that's actually lit with real possibility for fulfilling a role that's worth fulfilling. Down there. Okay. Okay. Because you had the courage to change and you got out of that particularly dissatisfying emotional pattern, guess what? They have unexpected message. So this is where the activity is being generated because you had the courage and strength to change. Whatever it is that you were experiencing was grossly dissatisfying, not to mention what you felt about it intuitively was correct. What you're saying was not. That sense of respect and happiness, it should be two-way. Okay. Anyway, if someone's emotionally unavailable, then there you go. None of that's going to happen. But because you had the courage to leave this, process it, work through it, and come out the other side stronger than before, more bold and brilliant than before, you start to open up to the unexpected. I did see you open up a brand new cycle based on your measures of self-worth. What did I tell you? I'm looking at a Scorpio who has a very distinct sense of home and commitment to self-worth. And it leaves you free to open up. Okay. Anything else in here, please? Oh. Dealing with some sort of karmic partner, I have no doubt. The offer of Venus, there it is. There's more self-worth in here, crossroads, wish fulfillment. Yeah, that's all further down the line. It's going to kick off the spark. It's the offer of Venus, Emperor, Empress. It's the crossroads of reaching that sense of wish fulfillment out there in the future with that Nine of Cups. There it is. It's all right there. It's all being backed up. It's all being backed up. A house. Home for some of you is priority, but a sense of relocation, possibly. I don't know why I picked that one up, but I was just kind of told to. Okay. Scorpio, honey, I hope this helped you. Congratulations. Remember, take your lessons with you. Work through them. Thank this for what it was, and be thankful that you're no longer part of it. It leaves you free to be you and in your higher self. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.